Hello everybody, and welcome back to Quickplays. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? Like 6 months since the last time I recorded for this. And there's some good reason for that, most of it being that I've been way too busy, and I'll get into all the details in a sec, but first, more importantly, so, what we're doing right now is we're in SEGA Channel, or at least archives of SEGA Channel that still exist. If you've never heard of this before, this is a subscription-based service that was provided by SEGA back in the mid-90s, like I think 95, 96-ish, in the US, possibly Canada, I think Australia? I don't remember exactly all the regions. I had it as a kid, so obviously, so it had to be in the US, and that's about all I remember for certain. The best way I can describe it is it's kind of like the Nintendo Switch's Super Nintendo Collection service that they have going on for online subscribers. Because what they do is, well, let's actually get into it. So they provide, well, that's actually not the best, here we are. Let's go to the arcade. So they provide a selection of games that changes like monthly or every couple weeks, I don't remember exactly what. And you could, yeah, just pick through quite a few games that you could just play. Like, they have, like, oops, I didn't mean to go here, so we'll get to that in a second. So yeah, like, there's all sorts of, like, they have so much variety. Like, there's sports games, obviously, arcade, the entire section for Sonic, which is the least surprising thing ever. Also, fantastic music. I do not remember the composer, but, like, I think it's the same guy who did the music for Toe Jam and Earl. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I just don't remember his name. But yeah, yeah, it's all just so good. Yeah, actually, let's just go quickly category by category. Like, Sonic's a good way to describe. So, like, if you wanted to play, like, Sonic and Knuckles, you'd go in. That is not the right button. That was A. Okay, so you'd try to start, and it'd show the description here. You can go to the help menu, but that's... I don't think the help menu is set up right now. Yeah, and you'd press, and it would start loading the game. Okay, the loading bar might not be in this build. Oh, no, this is... Wait, this is a warning. Yeah, telling about the, save function. Yep, that's okay. Oh, yeah, you could skip through a bunch of different things, but... can I not do anything here? I thought I was able to skip out of this by pressing X. Well, that's problematic. Hold on, I might need to reset this. Actually, you know what? This is actually a good opportunity to change things. So we'll be back in just a second. I'm going to be switching to a different version of SEGA Channel, and I'll explain that in just a second. Alright, so we're back into the title screen. So... okay, I think that was the same opening, because, like, there are a couple of different variations. I can't remember if that was the opening that we had for the one we showed at the beginning, but yeah. So, every month or so, they'd actually change the theme of the homepage. Like, this is the, Valentine's theme for, I think it was probably late January, early February, 95. It's like, the build date for this is January, because basically, a couple, like, sort of prototypes of this leaked online, so, like, we have quite a few versions to choose from. Hopefully this one actually has, like, different menus. Actually, you can see the fonts are even different for this version, because, like, the other one was, like, January 96, the latest available one. Let's see what we... okay, yeah. Yeah, the font is definitely way different in this one. And the loading bar is not here either. Oh, it's because this is another... save... I know there were some of them that had the... that had, like, different options here, so it's like... oh, also, here's more Sonic and Knuckles. Some of this text is a little goofy. I'm tempted to keep reading this, but it's like, the text scrolls so long, and that's because, like, you'd be able to see it if I was able to find the right one, but, like, loading bars would be at the bottom to show how much was loaded, because, like, how this was done was, like, it would be hooked up to your cable, and it would download from there, and it would take, like, a minute or two to maybe download the full game to your Genesis through the cable. So yeah, let me switch to another one. Oh, okay, we're in another January build. Sorry, I didn't realize this was another, version of the Valentine's one. Actually, I think maybe I'm just imagining things I wasn't paying attention, but, like, is there more animation for the, SEGA Channel, dude? Like, I don't remember doing that in the previous one, but maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I didn't think I'd have to switch this often between these, but I didn't think that the load bar would not be in these builds. Let's look into test drives, because, like, this is one of the most interesting things, because, like, test drives would be, like, recently released games. Like, here, like, in the previous one, we just saw Phantasy Star 2 and 3. This was 4, which just recently came out. Which also reminds me, I do have a really old video on my channel that I released as an April Fool's joke that, of, like, this video recorded, like, back in 97 or something. Yeah, it was, like, November 97, where we had this old black and white camera. We just, oh my god, this music is fucking annoying. Where, like, we point, oh, dang, there's no progress bar. Like, what I was saying, we pointed, like, a video camera at the TV, and it was an old black and white camera, and I couldn't even zoom in, and we were playing Phantasy Star, and it was so silly. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm gonna have to just keep switching between different builds, but at least we have, like, a dozen of them to go through, so that just means more editing for me. Yeah, thanks about this loading thing. Wait, so... Hold on, so your save feature only lasts until you pick a different game? I mean, I guess that's a limitation for online, but that's silly. Anyway, let's go into the next game. Well, the next build. Alright, and now we're here in March. Did I just say we here? Jeez. Okay, so, hopefully I can find one that actually works. Oh, right, the SEGA Club. Oh, the SEGA Club. The SEGA Club games were... like, this collection of these really weird, like, there were some children's games here. Actually, they were all children's games, because so was Wacky Worlds, which we actually did on Quickplays before, way back in the early days. Like, Wacky Worlds was this weird thing that featured Sonic and Tails in it, but it was, like, this children's creativity center thing. It was kind of cool for its time, but it's, like, I don't know. Oh, right, and it used the Mega Mouse, which was used in, like, 0 other games. Should I risk it? Let's risk it. That was the back button. Oh, this has a loading bar. Wacky Worlds, of all things. Maybe it's just the middle. Maybe it's just the games in the middle builds that have this. So yeah, this is what we'd have to... This is basically a simulation of what we'd have to wait through. Except not the exact times. Because, like, it would probably take longer in real time. Either that or this load bar is completely fake. Or even was. Because, like, look, you notice it's slowing down in the 90%, and it's like, that might have been built into it. Like, I don't remember. Because I don't have any recordings from, like, mid-90s of this thing. Oh yeah, talking about Contra Hard Corps when loading this kid's game. Yeah, it's obviously not going to load anything, so... Thankfully, we can cancel out. And go back into the fucking St. Patrick's Day build. What else do we have? We have the news link. Yeah, this was just a very long scroll of, like, just news that was coming out. Yeah, you can probably find these ROMs online if you want to look through all this shit. The game guide. Oh yeah, that would load separately because those are a completely separate thing. And the Sega Channel guide just exploded. What are the test drives for this month? Oh wow, there's actually a lot here. Oh, I say it's a lot, it's only 6. Oh, good old Echo Jr. The best Echo game. Alright, you know, so... you've seen the basics, you know what this is about. So, I'm gonna get back into some other stuff about, like, what I've been up to in a second, so, let's go into a different build and just scroll through different things while I'm talking about other stuff, and there's some cool things that are going on. So, since basically the beginning of the year, I've been working on the archives for the, Zeldathon YouTube VODs, and, that's been taking up a lot of my time lately. Like, I've been working since, like, late January, and, yeah, it's December now, and I've got through, like, the VODs for, like, marathons 5, 6, 7, 8, 19, 20, etc. You know, I just realized what I'm saying is going to make no sense and mean nothing to you unless you know what Zeldathon is. Zeldathon is a biannual charity gaming marathon where we play Zelda games to race for different charities. I've been part of it since, like, last December, so I've been to 2 marathons so far, and our next one is going to be up this December, which is Zeldathon Forces. We're going to be racing for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. I keep saying St. Jude's, even though that's not the title. Oh wow, there's a lot of things here in hot action. Sorry, random segue. Oh good, Shaq-Fu. Good old Shaq-Fu. So yeah, yeah, it's also our 25th marathon, where we're going to be doing some, and our 10th year anniversary, so we're going to be doing some really cool, weird stuff in this marathon. And I can't spoil most of that, but I can spoil the schedule, which I will get to in a second. Oh yeah, also, I did some other cool videos, like I've been doing the highlight reel videos for Zeldathon, even though I haven't been able to do one for a while, because I've been working on the VODs. And also a dedication video for Zeldathon Heals I edited together, which took a long time. But yeah, if you like Zelda at all, you should probably check it out, because, like, we do some really cool stuff, and we have some crazy things going on. You know, races for good cause. Before I continue, let's see what the next build's like. Okay, good. The exact same music. And SEGA channel guy exploded again. Right, so, yeah, just to give it a little teaser, like we do some crazy events, like, every year we have the Jam why am I getting into this? I could just tell you the schedule, though I guess I just kind of want to wait till a longer build that we could go through. Oh good, Crystal's Ponytail. I actually remember playing this through SEGA channel. Yeah, I think, was this a, like, Gen 2, Gen 3 My Little Pony thing? Or was this, like, something else? Thanks for the, like, why do we have the acronyms? Like, we're supposed to understand who these characters are. Circle of Knights. Oh, wait, no. Okay, this is talking about something else. I thought this was the description for the game. This is actually something completely different. Okay, whatever. Oh yeah, Busy Town. I actually have Busy Town. Like, I think I still have the cartridge. And of course, Wacky World. Hold on. Episode 1 of Math Blaster? What? Excuse me? Was Math Blaster even on Genesis outside of this? Also, I just got completely sidetracked. Jeez. Anyway, yeah, let's go to one more build, and then I can finally talk about Zeldathon. In fact, I'm gonna skip to something that's a little more fitting, because this is gonna be happening right after Christmas. The good old Christmas theme. It looks. Oh, I forgot he turns into Santa Claus. Holy crap. Okay, so now that sorry, I really didn't expect that. Oh right, this build also doesn't have Sonic in its own different little segment. Okay, so wait, is this just simulation games? Okay, yeah. All right, so the schedule for Zeldathon Forces. So we have quite a few games on the list this marathon, and a lot of really weird ones. Like, we're trying some crazy different things here. So starting off, we have we're starting the marathon at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on December 27th, and we're going to be starting off with Reverse Dungeon Order of Ocarina of Time, played by Chaco. He's played some Ocarina of Time for us before, and even does some speedruns in the early days, but, like, I can't remember if we've ever done Reverse Dungeon Order. Yeah, Reverse Dungeon Order. Like, I know way back, Chaco once did a run of, like a speedrun of, like, what's it called? Medallions, Trials, Dungeons, or whatever it's called. Sorry, I don't remember the category name. But yeah, Chaco's really good at the game, so that's gonna be cool. Then we're gonna be going on to a Chinese demake of Link to the Past at 10:15 p.m. So, it's basically a NES Chinese bootleg of A Link to the Past, like, just remade for the NES. Which is weird to think about. Like, I've heard of Chinese demakes of, like, of games like Chrono Trigger, and, like, I think there's one of Final Fantasy VII, and, like, it's always just so crazy how much effort they put into just remake it for the NES. Probably because, like, it's easier access, and they'll get, like, you'd say easy money, but it's like, it's not. It's definitely not easy money, because they have to put in all this effort. No, let's actually leave this on for a second with this cheater message. Yeah, after that, at midnight, we have Triforce Heroes with the Woodwind Trio, which is Basunify and some friends. Triforce Heroes is such a silly game, but they usually make it pretty fun, especially for these late-night crew games. But yeah, after that, we have at 8:15 a.m. on the 28th, we have Four Swords Anniversary Edition. Only the second time we've ever done this in Zeldathon. Last time was at our 5th anniversary, and that was completely unintentional because the normal Four Swords was just broken that marathon. Yeah, so we're probably going to be showing off some of the extra content there, and that's going to be cool. Then 11 a.m. on the 28th, we have Link's Awakening for the Switch. It's going to be a relay where we're going to have Lindsay Pez, Dynamation, Pop-Tart Gamer, and Steenus all playing, like, segments of the game. Yeah, that's... don't really know what else to say about that, because I haven't seen much of the new Link's Awakening. After that, we have one of the longest runs of the marathon at 4:15 p.m. on the 28th, Breath of the Wild with Jiggy 11. I think there's going to be some weird channel things going on there, but I don't really know much else about it apart from that, so I'm also getting tired of this, so let's go to another overlay before I continue. Oh, okay, that's different. Also, what's with this animation for Triple Play 96? What? Before I continue... Okay, this is interesting. Let's get back to that in a second. Let's look around while I say more for the for the schedule before I get sidetracked. So, after Breath of the Wild, we have 3:30 a.m. on the 29th, Cadence of Hyrule by Thunderscott. Yeah, this is gonna be our second time we played Cadence of Hyrule and our first normal playthrough of it. And I don't want to spoil anything, but I know that Thunderscott has some really cool stuff planned for that. So be sure to check that out if you're out around in the middle of the night for US times. Yeah, there's something else I wanted to say for that, but I don't want to spoil it. After that, at 7:15 a.m. On the 29th, we have Wind Waker HD, another relay with Hipster Harbinger, Great Scott LP, Lindsay Pez, Marissa, and OMG It's Monica. So they're going to be doing that in 5 different parts, which I think was attempted before. Sorry, I got sidetracked by Berenstein Bears Pico. What? The Pico? We have something from the Pico on here? What? Okay. Whatever. Yeah, we've done a relay before for that, but I think it was, like, just at Zeldathon Champions where we did, like, the Champions race. And that wasn't even complete. Man, I keep getting sidetracked because I really thought I had something else I wanted to say about Kingdoms of Hyrule. Whatever. Then I think it's 3:30 p.m. on the 29th. I can't see my schedule really well right now. We have The Legend of Zelda played by Clinkit on the Power Pad, which was this dance mat for the original NES, which is like, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah. Oh my God, Busy Town again. Except now, like, was it just kind of Busy Town, like, without saying Richard Scarry's Busy Town in the last SEGA channel build? Man, I'm getting way sidetracked with this. But yeah, that's gonna be insane, and I know she's really worried about it. Don't want to go into that right now. After that, at 7:45 p.m. on the 29th, we have the Link's Awakening Speedrun Showcase by Campy. He's going to be doing a 2-hour speedrun of the game. Yeah, showing off some cool tricks, and it's a speedrun, that's all I can really say. And yeah, it's the Switch version, just to be clear. Oh right, the thing I wanted to say actually was that if you want to see these times in detail, you can check it out at zeldathon.net/schedule, at least until the marathon ends, where it'll obviously be taken down, and then you can just watch the marathon. Twitch.tv/SuperMCGamer will have all of the recordings, and then later on YouTube when I get around to it. Okay, before I finish with this schedule, I want to check out this triple play thing, because it's really bugging me. Okay, so it looks like it's one of their contests. They put together all these special graphics for it, what the heck? So yeah, it's just gonna be there for loading the game. And there's no load bar. And I can't skip out of this. Okay, so before we continue, let's go to another menu. Good. We couldn't get any more different than December. At least they put effort in for this thing of all things. Was this even a menu for, like, the Australian region? Or is it just for US? Oh, nice guitar riff. Okay, so where was I? After that, we have Late Night with Jiggy at 10 p.m. on the 29th. It's going to be the final time we do that. Yeah, it's just a live-action thing where it's basically a late-night show. It's going to be going on for an hour, and after that, we've got... I lost my place already. 11:15 p.m. on the 29th, Phantom Hourglass with 8-Bit Brigadier, where he wants to make it very clear this run is supposed to be called Phantom Hourglass, and that is literally all I know about the run. Look, Dan is great at making some really boring things into really crazy things. So if you can expect anything crazy out of Late Night from Phantom Hourglass, it's gonna be from Dan. Is this just all Phantasy Star? Wow. Yeah, after that, what are the words that I've been saying way too much here? We have Four Swords Adventures, 7:30 a.m. on the 30th, which we have a full list of people for that, and it's published in our announcement video for the schedule. But I don't have that list here, and it is gigantic because... What is this? Sorry, what? Is it... Are these videos just showing hints for the game? Really? Okay. More Shaq-Fu. Yeah. So it's basically gonna be like, I think the plan is like we have 2 levels, like there are gonna be 4 experts at the game that are each gonna be doing like 2 worlds, and then like some newbies who haven't really played much of the game, which are gonna be swapping out every few levels. So like there's gonna be like 15 or so newbies or something, or like maybe 8, I don't remember. And like, yeah, it's just gonna be a really crazy run. Only 1 express game this time. Oh right, something else I forgot to mention about the express games, which this is probably the best time to mention. Yeah, you actually had to pay to do them. Yeah, you had to pay $3 to just rent Adventures of Batman and Robin for a short time, which is crazy. And we have no sound, and I can't skip out of this. So we have some crazy things that I want to explain next for the schedule, and I'll explain that on the next screen. You know, it just occurred to me, we're not even halfway through the schedule. So, the next thing on the schedule is a very special thing. Currently, it's planned to be 3:45 p.m. on the 30th, which, by the way, I should mention, these times are subject to change if we get behind or ahead of schedule. Well, usually not ahead of schedule. If we get ahead of schedule, we can pad things out, but yeah, we might get behind schedule, so... Anyway, 3:45 p.m. on the 30th, we're planning to do the documentary premiere, the premiere for Money Making Game, our 10th anniversary documentary that MC, the guy who runs Zeldathon, has been working on for the past year and a half. And I've seen a little bit of it in the previews he's been putting up, and it's like, yeah, it looks like it's going to be really good. So, and we're also going to be doing this kind of crazy, fun red carpet premiere kind of style thing beforehand. This just crashed when I tried to pick Express Games. So I guess I can't explain the next thing until we go to another menu. Right, so, yeah, I am not actually going to be able to watch the documentary premiere, at least not too closely, because during it, I'm going to have to be doing a lot of setup and preparation, because right after the documentary, at 6 p.m. on the 30th, we have the Zelda Relay Race. Wow, I can't speak. The Zelda Relay Race, hosted by me. So, for the past couple months, I've been putting together this crazy relay of a bunch of different Zelda games. Well, mini challenges like that will last like maybe 10 minutes each. And yeah, I'm gonna be having 2 teams of 3 people each, competing to beat them the fastest. Like, yeah, they're gonna be swapping out each challenge. Like, some games will have multiple mini challenges. Some will be like full 7-minute, well, 5 to 10 minute long challenges for a single person. And yeah, you can expect some really crazy stuff out of that. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, except I can tease that, like, we're going to be having a thing at the start where it's, like, not going to be a race, but some little head-to-head challenges which are going to determine some penalties for the race. And, again, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's going to be at least one really weird thing in there. And you can also expect, if you've seen Zeldathon before, one of the games that we're going to be doing in this entire segment, at least one, is going to be a game that's never been seen before at Zeldathon. So, yeah, just expect some crazy stuff. I don't want to spoil anything else, but please watch it. It's going to be so much fun, and I put so much effort into this. Please watch. Yeah, it's going to go on for like an hour and a half. Yeah, let's go into another screen before I go. Actually, I'm gonna run out of screens, but I'm forced to because Express Games just crashed the game again. Alright. I'm running out of menus here. Like, we're down to Halloween now. Okay, so actually, let's stick here for a second. Actually, you know, let's go into Urban Strike, a game that I have a lot of fond memories of. And let's have that load for a bit to scroll through these things while I just talk, because it's going to be a little quieter. Okay, so, wow, my throat is starting to hurt from all this. So after the relay race, I can't speak, on December 30th at 7:45 p.m. I have to keep saying these because otherwise you're not going to, like, you might lose your place, or I might lose my place more importantly. We have something that's going to be even crazier than the documentary premiere or the relay race, which is Skyward Sword. It's an exhibition speedrun of Skyward Sword done by Gymnast86, who is one of the best speedrunners at that game, who has been putting a lot of effort into developing skips for the game in the past year, and like between him and some of the other speedrunners, they have taken down so much extra time in that game in just the past couple of months alone. So he's going to be showing off a bunch of crazy things in that game. So please, if you tune in for the documentary and you tune in for my relay race, stay there for the exhibition speedrun, because it is going to be so cool. You're going to want to see that. And then on the opposite side of cool, I hate to say it, just because of what game it is, at 12:30 a.m. on the 31st, we have Spirit Tracks. Far less interesting, unfortunately, but Yunkabor and Luke the Spoot are going to try their best to do what they can with it, because they're going to be doing, like, an incentive for, like, I think it's some kind of bunny collecting challenge? I don't know much about Spirit Tracks, so I don't really know what that is, but, like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't really upsell this because it's just Spirit Tracks after all this crazy other stuff. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, like, yeah, it's nothing against them, like, I know Luke's cool, I don't know Yunkabor, I'm sure they can do something cool with it. It's just like after the last few things, and what's coming after that, it's just not very interesting. Because after that, at 9:15 a.m., we have the Reclaim the Wild RPG, which is a custom, in real life RPG, like D&D style thing, tabletop. That's the word. That's gonna be done by Flying Ludicolo, the Silver of Ganon 11, and Lucario Mew. So we have just Spirit Tracks squished in between all these crazy runs. I feel so bad. But, like, you have to have Spirit Tracks at some point. And speaking of crazy runs, after Reclaim the Wild, we have Rom Scout, another crazy speedrunner, who's going to be doing Oracle of Seasons and Ages, 2 games, 1 controller at the exact same time, at, like, what's the start time? Yeah, noon on the 31st. So it's like, he's gonna, like, how, like, we have all these ridiculous runs on just these 2 days alone. It's like, what? And then the rest of the marathon is just normal stuff. Well, actually, I say normal stuff, but we already have, like, the Chinese D-Make and the Power Pad run. Like, I just feel so bad for some of the normal runs, because we have all these crazy stuff in the middle of the marathon. Yeah, I can't skip out of this. Let's go to another overlay, and I think there's only one left. I just froze the game. Whoops. Oh! Okay. What is this music? What in the world? Also, this chicken scares me. Turkey, whatever. Let's get away from this as quick as possible. Okay. So after Oracles, at 9:15 p.m. on the 31st, we have the Link's Awakening Chamber Dungeon Challenge, where we're going to be putting together, like, I think it's a selection of 9 different people who are going to be, doing some different challenges from the Chamber Dungeon mode in Link's Awakening. I don't know much about that, except there's going to be some easy stuff and some hard stuff, and it's going to vary. And since it's late on the 31st, in some regions you will be probably watching this during New Year's. And speaking of watching things during New Year's, we have Sega Channel Guy again, and this stupid music. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by some of this bizarre stuff. Let's let that go, because starting at 11 p.m., I lost my place on the schedule. No, 10:30 p.m. on the 31st Eastern Time, we have the start of the Jam Train, which is our usual 2-hour-long segment where we just have our musicians play requests contributed by donations. Yeah, which it's always fantastic, especially when we coincide it with Eastern New Year's, and yeah, it's just a blast to watch. We have VODs for some of our past ones up on YouTube. Check them out. I put a lot of effort into putting these VODs together. Please watch them. Yeah. And it's always different each time because we always have different setups, different musicians, and different songs. So, yeah, I know a lot of effort's gonna be put into this one because like they want to change it up a little bit. Then after that we have at 12:45 a.m. On New Year's Day, crowd-controlled Ocarina of Time played by Super MC Gamer, which, yeah, if you've never heard of crowd control before, it's like you donate bits to influence the game, like stuff like, I don't really know what's gonna be in the Ocarina of Time version, but like I can assume stuff like taking and adding rupees, like hearts damaging you, spawning enemies and stuff like that. Yeah, that's just some of the stuff you could probably expect out of that. And if you're in central mountain or western US times, it'll probably happen during New Year's. Okay, let's go to another menu because we have something a little crazy next. I say after all these other crazy things that have been going on. Okay, I think this actually might be the last overlay. And during it, so after crowd control, at 4 a.m. on New Year's Day, we have Left 4 Dead 2. Yes, we have Left 4 Dead 2 at Zeldathon, where it's going to be Ocarina of Time dungeons, I believe. Played by OMG, it's Monica, and I think 3 other people. I don't remember exactly who, because Monica is the only person listed on the schedule. Yeah. There isn't a whole lot else I could say about that, because it's Left 4 Dead 2. Do you need any more incentive to watch it? After that, at 6:15 a.m., we have Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link, played by the Silver, who is one of our really early Zelda 2 players, but he has not played since, like, Zeldathon Deluxe way back, like, 4 years ago. So yeah, that's gonna be cool to have him playing again. Then we have, at 10 a.m. on New Year's Day, the Minish Cap, played by Legos Jedi and Shoop631. I don't know if it's, like, a relay or if it's a race. I think it's a relay? I don't know for sure. Or it might be... Wait, or... I'm trying to remember. There was something about Shoop that I remember being mentioned. Like, some kind of special thing regarding him in a... Oh, you know what? I think I remember what it is. Unless I'm thinking of a different game. I don't want to spoil what it is, but, like, there's going to be some fun... Like, if this is what I'm thinking it is, there's going to be some fun incentives regarding Grant and Shoop playing this game. Like, how they're going to swap, if this is the thing I'm thinking of. So yeah, I just don't want to spoil it because I don't think it's public information yet, except for the fact that they're both playing the game. Then at 3:15 p.m. on New Year's Day, we have Link Between Worlds with Super MC Gamer. I think he's doing some kind of Rabio shop thing. Maybe it's like buying all of the items? I don't know. All I know, it's just some kind of Rabio shop thing. That's all that's really been announced. Yeah. I cannot skip out of this, so let's switch the menus one last time. Alright, and we're back here again. And we're almost at the end of the schedule, finally. So, the second to last game of the marathon at 8:30 p.m. on New Year's Day, I think? Yeah, New Year's Day. I can't see the schedule from here. We have a 100% run of Majora's Mask done by Video James. He's done Majora's Mask before, but I don't think he's ever done 100%, and... yeah, it's gonna be crazy because that's the only thing that could really top last marathon's all masks run done by Shadow Temple. I don't know what he has planned other than that, like, it's, you know, 100% run. Like, what do you expect other than some crazy stuff? Yeah, and then our final game of the marathon is Barney's Hide and Seek game, yes. Twilight Princess HD starting at like 5:45 a.m. on the 2nd, run by Gan11 Alexander Trevino. We're going to be doing it in relay style. I think Gan's doing the first half and Trevino's doing the second half. I don't know if there's anything special going on there, except that it's Twilight Princess HD. Yeah, I don't know, it's the final game of the marathon. It's going to be fun, and hopefully it's not going to go like 12 hours over schedule like last marathon did. And then we have the grand finale at 5 p.m. on the 2nd with the entire team. Yeah, if you've seen the grand finale before, we just celebrate what we've done at the marathon, and yeah. I don't know, that's pretty much the entire schedule. I've just gone over the entire thing in like the past 30 minutes. And I think we've gone way too long with all this, so you know what, I'm going to go to one more menu, and then we're going to stop for the day. Right, so, Yeah, and we're back here. So I guess if you've stuck through this long, thank you for listening to all this. If anything on that schedule sounds interesting to you, please watch and donate to St. Jude because it's a really worthy cause. And yeah, we're just hoping to have a lot of fun. There's gonna be, like, another thing I can tease, like, we're having some really cool events that are not on our schedule. Like, I can say that I'm gonna be hosting this little couch-based event. I don't even know when it is yet, and I don't want to tease what it is, but if you know stuff about my interactions with Zeldathon before and some of the stuff that I do, you might have an idea of what it might be. I'm not going to get anything beyond that, though, because I don't want to spoil it. And also, there's another thing I'm organizing where it's this special video segment that we're going to be filming. I don't know if it's going to be premiering during the marathon or as a bonus after the marathon, but you'll find out about it during the marathon. I can guarantee that, and it's just going to be a lot of fun, especially if you've watched Zeldathon for a while and know some of our features and stuff. So yeah, it starts December 27th. Yeah, it starts December 27th, 4 p.m. Eastern, and I hope to see you there, especially for the relay. So, yeah, before we close out, what I want to do is I want to show you how this loads a game. Getting into the actual features of SEGA Channel at the very end of the video. So, here we have Shaq-Fu, a fantastic, perfect game that we've played here before on Quickplays, and I'm going to use it as an example of how we load up a game. So, you load it up, you look at this ridiculous description for this really stupid game. You load it up, and we wait for it to load. Shaq logo and Shaq Attack logo. Oh my god, this is about the freaking registered trademarks. Really? Thanks. So we sit here, we wait for the loading screens. We don't cancel out. Now that's going to waste more time. Well, okay, well, we're talking about the Shaq logo for a bit, because I wanted to skip to the next thing. Yeah, trying to think of other things I could tease for Zeldathon, but there's nothing else that I could really do apart from spoilers, and a few things that have been, like, mildly teased, but I don't want to ruin anything for anyone else. Yeah, especially as I don't really know the schedule for things. Anyway, once it finishes loading... anytime now. You can look in this special code. Oh, and it's fully loaded. And here we are. We're right into the game. And that's pretty much how it goes. Just, yeah, you load the games up and they're delivered right to you. It was really cool and innovative for the time, way ahead of its time. And it died off in, like, 96. Like, there was this weird period of time where, like, it was technically still around, but we were never notified that, like, the game wasn't canceled. Well, I mean, that the service was canceled. So we would just be stuck at the loading screen for, like the opening screen where the SEGA Channel guy's there for, like, a long time before it would just tell you that everything, that, like, it can't contact the service. And, like, I don't know, we just were wondering what was up, because as kids we didn't really understand that, like, the service was not available anymore. Also, this game is so bad. Like, I'm trying to dash as Shaq here, and I cannot. This game is so awful, and I actually own a physical cartridge of this dang thing. What a perfect way to end out this talk about Zeldathon with freaking Shaq-Fu. Alright, well, that's all I have to say. I'm going to be back with, I think, 2 more quick plays before the end of the month leading up to Zeldathon. So, please come back and watch them and be back for Zeldathon. Thanks for watching. See you then, and see you next time, too.